Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to a quick look. Or I say quick, I don't know how long it's going to take. It's probably going to be ages. But a look, anyway, at another new part work, the Disney Crochet part work. Now, crochet is not something that I'm particularly interested in. Disney I quite enjoy, but again, I'm not a fanatic. But I saw it on the shelf in the newsagents and thought I shall pick that up and make myself a Mickey square. Now, this is the start of a new part work, so as ever, we'll have a look through the paperwork in a moment, but first of all, we'll have a look through the important bit, the bit that tells you about the series to come. You can have a look at hachettepartworks.com/Disney Crochet. Right, so yes, basically it enables you throughout the collection to build yourself a quilt, squares of quilt, which you put even from the issue 1 in there. Yellow flowers in issue 6, Winnie the Pooh in issue 4. Garlands and Jungle Book things, and covering the wealth of Disney stuff. You can see obviously characters in there from different films and series and iconic pieces like the apple. So yes, it should be quite interesting if that's your sort of thing. I'm only going to start off with the first one. We'll see how it goes. It's probably not going to go well, but we'll see. 2 high quality balls of yarn with every issue. 3 in this one because it's the first one. So yeah, I don't think you get the dog. I think that might not be a subscriber gift, but there's something not quite right with Minnie there. But yes, easy to follow video tutorials. I may well have a look at some of those because yeah, I don't know how well it's going to go without. But yes, there's other projects they tell you about in the series as well as just making up the stuff. Rugs and cushions and everything else, phone cases, quite interesting. So yes, in the magazine each week, everything you need for your throw, clear instructions, easy to follow steps, and projects. So yeah, lots of stuff in there. Binders are available. And if you subscribe, you get free gifts. You get a free issue. Different selection of croquet hook sets, obviously different sizes by the looks of it. I'm assuming that the smaller the size, the smaller the weave. So you can use different ones to make different effects and different things. You get a free binder, a free tote bag, and an accessory kit, which has got like a tape measure and other things in there. If you want to go premium, they give you different things. Extra £1, you get, does it say how many? 5 exclusive crochet kits for there, and a mystery kit, which you get to vote on, apparently. So yes, they give you everything you need to make that. They're obviously the yarn to make it, stuffing, pipe cleaners, embroidery stuff, and things like that. Issue 2, in a couple of weeks' time, is going to be from Winnie the Pooh. It's flowers, basically. But they'll teach you how to make... The background is going to be much the same on all of them, as far as I can tell. But the flowers are a different stitch, so they'll ease you in gently. So yes, that's that. As ever, it gives you details about if you want to subscribe. You can take this card to your newsagent, or same as is in there. Look at what you get in the pack. I don't know, different rings and loops and things. But yes, that's what you get. So the magazine itself. Get rid of those bits for now. Actually, before we get to the magazine, we'll have a look. That's the wool, the yarn that you get this time with a 4mm hook. I'll get those out before I start doing anything, obviously, because I need them. And before we go to the magazine, the card that it comes on gives you, again, more stuff about what's going to happen over the next however long it's going to be. I don't think it even said how many issues there are going to be, but there's obviously quite a few if there's one in each of those. 1, 2, 3, 9 across, and yeah, many issues to go. Right, so the magazine itself is designed obviously for a binder. Whether you separate it, as you do on some of these things, into the different sections. The Mickey motif is the first square. It looks like it tells you exactly how to make it. Not terribly exactly, because there's only 2 pictures, but it does say about the video, so you can always use that. I'm assuming that means stuff to people that do crochet. It says make a slip knot, put it on your hook, putting the end gently to tighten. Work 25 chain stitches. I don't know what chain stitch is. I'm assuming that will be explained somewhere, or I might have to go and check the video out. But yeah, there we go. I don't know what this little hook thing is either. I haven't got one of them. Might have to use a paper clip or something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, obviously you make that, then you put it on there. It hasn't got the surround around it, so that's interesting. Until it's time to add the white border. I don't tell you about that yet, but you've got the wool to do it. So, quick and simple. They're telling you how to make plant hangers. That's quite cool. Double crochet. It's used in the first square. So yeah, they break down the stitch, your stitch skills. So that will be a separate part in the folder. Learn how to do that. Gifts, baby blanket, an idea for a thing to make, and instructions, obviously, on how to do it, assuming you know how to read the instructions. Tension, about how to make it tight and not tight and things. Slip knot, exactly how to do that. Obviously, you need to do that to begin with. Chain stitch, there you go. It does give you information on how to do that. So I shall start off by doing some of that. Mickey bunting is for your home. Obviously, just lots of the Mickey things, and you can hang them up wherever you like. Slip stitch, another stitch skill. Don't know if that's being used in this one or not. Foundation rings finishing stitch, which is obviously quite useful for, well, finishing. Things to come: Toy Story hat, scarf, headband, and bag. And coming in issue 2. So yes, that's it. Right, let me get things open, and we'll see if I can start off making a thing, and we'll see how it goes. Right, I've opened the packet. We have the metal hook, which is, I assume, workable. I've got the blue because that's what the background bit was going to be, if I remember correctly. Yes. So let's look. To make a slip knot, it says cross the yarn to form a loop. I shall do that like that. I'll leave a bit of this loose, not too much. I've made a loop. Put your hook through the center. Now, why does it do that? Look, it shows you like that, and then it does it the other way up just to annoy you. Then that's that way round, magically. Just put the hook through there, wrap it around the tail end of the yarn. So that goes through there. Hooks under there. Draw the yarn back through the center of the hook to create another loop. Make sure you hold on to the tail end. I'll hold on to that. But this gets pulled through. Yeah. Like that. Pull both ends of the yarn to close the loop. Oh, right. So that's going around there. Right, I've got that. That goes around there. And both ends of this tighten down. Made the loop too big to begin with. There we go. That does look just like it does in the picture. Look, it's just the same. It's the same, but different colour. So there we have a slip knot. Let's go back to the beginning again. And look, it says, make a slip knot and put it on a hook, pulling the end gently to tighten. Work 25 chain stitches. Right, let's find the chain stitches. Chain stitch. Right. This is the basis for all crochet. Most products start off with a length of chain stitches called a foundation chain. First row of stitches is worked. Start by making a slip knot. Done that. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Hang about that's on there like that. This is that end. We don't worry about that end. Wrap the yarn around the hook by twisting the hook but not moving the yarn. Okay, so we won't do anything with that. I'm going to do it like that because that's... I can't do it like that because... Twisting, is it that way? Crazy twisting to make that go round that way. It is that way. Needs to get... It's like that. Use your hook to pull the yarn back through the slip knot on the hook. This creates your first chain stitch. That goes around there. And then that comes through here. It really doesn't. It doesn't want to. Maybe that needs to be bigger so I can just make it easier. That round there. Keeping it in there, that's the problem. Goes around there, and then that all has to go over there. going to be a big pain in the bottom. Bigger. Right. That's got to come through here. Maybe the first one's the hardest one to do. Probably isn't. I've just messed it up, I think. Right, I'm back to the stitch again. Get out of the way. That goes around there. Just says use it to pull it through. It doesn't exactly explain very much at all. I'm not going to enjoy this. I need to loosen that more to get it out. I think if I loosen it too much, it's not going to work. Well, there's probably a way to hold it. I might have to go and watch the video. That's there, and then this goes through there. Keeping hold of that, and that goes through that loop. Trouble is that loop is going into that. Must be a way of doing it where everything stays where it should be. Sort of like that, but it slips off again, isn't it? Beat and hold that in there. And that pulls through. Is that one, do you think? Feels like it's sort of delaminated. But we'll try. I'll do another one. So if I twist, but I don't get how twisting would work. We'll try like that again. See how I can get that over there without it all coming undone. If I do it that way, then that's just going to unhook it from there as well, isn't it? I'm going to practice a little bit and see if I can get this to look anything like that. I'll come back and report it momentarily. A thing. It's not very neat, but it's a thing. I figured it out. I watched the video. It helped a bit, although she does it differently to how they say to do it in the first couple of pictures. When she got that like that, she got this over this finger. And oh, is it that way? It's that way. So she's holding this here, and all this just does this. It hooks around, turns it around, and then you can pull it back through that way. Getting it right. There we go. And then you just do the same thing again. Hook, pull through. Hook and pull through. I've lost count of how many I've done, so I'm just gonna do a few till it tells me to do something different. But yeah, it works, and I'm even getting some speed up there. Look, that's done a thing, and it doesn't look terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10, 11, 12, 13-ish. So I've got to do about the same again. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm going to sit quietly and do some of this and then come back and show you when I've got a bit more done. Apparently, I'm now doing double crochet. I think that's just an extra power up or something. So it's something to do with going through 2 hoops. It's exactly the same as going through the 1 hoop, but twice as difficult. Get that one out of that one. Done a couple of them and they worked. And now I've got to do another one and it didn't work. That comes through there, right? So now I've only got 1. But put this through another loop there, the next loop down. Like that. Then it's going through 2. So then I've got to do the same again. Hook that over, twist it round. Hooks over, it round, and then pull it back through both of those. Oh, a thing is happening. I don't know exactly what's happening, but something is definitely happening, and some of these is not going through very well. So I don't think it's going right, but it's going through there. I've got to keep hold of this bit. That's got to come through there now. Like I've got more than I should have, but I've got to find that again. I think I've got this twisted round again, which doesn't actually help. Through there, grab, twist, and come back through again without losing that. That felt better. Well, that bit doesn't. Something's not right there, but I'm not worrying about that. I'm just going to keep going. What's the worst that can happen? It's not going to work properly anyway. So I'm just going to keep going, and I shall report back when I've got something to report. So I'll see you soon. Okay. Somewhere along the line, I've got it confused and started going through the wrong bit again. But you can see it's sort of starting to work. So, yeah, apparently I do have the manual dexterity to do it, but I don't have the patience. So that is as far as my journey into crochet is probably going to go. I might do a bit more. If this video ends now, then that's it. I've finished. If I do decide to come back to it in a couple of days and I haven't actually finished editing this video yet, then you might find some more. You might not. You probably won't. But you never know. But that was Disney Crochet issue 1. Mine wouldn't look anything like that. Even close. It's this, yeah. But yours might. If you do want to start collecting this, you know where to find it. It's in Newsagents or it's from Hachette. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye for now. Or maybe I'll see you in a minute when I've finished it. I won't have finished it. Bye bye. Small update. That was the first one that I did. Second one, I managed to get a second line done, and it wasn't terrible. It's not right. It's not the same size. So I thought I'd forget about that and try again. And the third time it went hideously wrong. I've got no idea what kind of mess that is. The first line, again, seems to be okay. But as soon as I try and do the second one, it turns to pot. So, yeah, I am giving up. Officially giving up now. It's just not for me. But hopefully someone will enjoy it. And now I've given you an overlook of the first issue. So let me know if you're building it, making it, creating it. So, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye for now.